What's up, guys? I'm back with my day trading recap for February 23rd, 2023. I was back home for a couple days, so I didn't have any trading recaps going then. And I did get in late last night, so I only really took one trade around 9 o'clock today. We had GDP this morning, and so I didn't really come in with any watches. The only thing I was really looking for was continuation of trends or something along those lines. And what I saw was I was looking for a 450 break. So I entered, let me pull it up here. I entered at 9:10, so I got in around here, and I got in a little lower on this wick. I actually wish I kind of waited for the 401 retest. That would have been ideal because we had difficulty with that and the VWAP lined up. Either way, I missed the best entry by $10, $15 on an $80 contract, so it wasn't the end of the world. And then I rode this thing down. I actually could have rode it for about almost a 300% profit. I got out at about 90%. I'm trying to be, you don't need to squeeze every nickel and dime. There's, many trains of thought. Some people say take your green and run. Others, say you got to why trim, take it to the very end. And this time I was only trading one contract, so I didn't really want it to go very, very poorly against me. And it was 0 DTE, so obviously the volatility was there a little more. But like I said, I got out for pretty much a 90% trade, so I will happily take that. Like I said, that was the only trade I was watching. The reasons were we're having difficulty with that 401. We came up to that VWAP, and we had our 8-day EMA right there. So all of these factors, and we were looking weak. So honestly, pretty high conviction trade. Nothing crazy to it. Just reading the charts and reading level 2, and that's what gave me that. As for tomorrow, if we pull up SPX really quick, my main watch, we had an interesting day, right? We still red, but big pin bar, which is really good with a close above 4,000. So that's really big. And we finally moved away from this 4,100 level, but now we're at this 4,000 level. I do believe we still have some data coming out tomorrow. I don't actually have that in front of me. This week is a big week for data. Ideally, what I'd like to see is a bounce off of 4,000 with continuation. Or if we open below it, a reject off of 4,000. I just would find it hard to believe that we're ready to give up 4,000 on spot SPX like that. But I'm not the one who's making the market, so I have to abide by them. So that 4,000 is going to be that key level. Let's go ahead and remove all these drawings so we can see a bit better. On here, on the macro chart, or excuse me, not macro charts, the larger time frames charts, the 50 SMAs, or the SMAs play a lot bigger role. And I mean, we almost touched it the prior day, and then we wicked below it and immediately bounced back up on it. I would like to see us come back up. This 404 and 408, have been big areas for us. While I don't necessarily think we'll see 408 unless we got some big data, I would like us to come back up and see this 404 level and see if we can get rid of this or retest this big red candle. In reality, we'll probably come up to this 403 first and check out the open on this one. But the way this candle looks, I just think like I said, we came below this 400, but reclaimed it before market closure. So I don't think we're ready to give it up yet. Same deal with SPX. Obviously, they correlate very tightly. I'd like to see us open above 400, potentially come down, test it, and then bounce up. Or if we open with a gap below 400, that would be fantastic. Well, we can't really open with a gap. It would cover by the pin bar. So really, I'd like to see us open above 400, come down, test it, build a pool of buyers, and then ride it out for a trend day like we've seen a lot of Fridays. As long as data's good and earnings are good as well, I really think that could be a potential for a trend day green. Otherwise, if data comes back poorly and everything and we lose this 400, I mean, we're at the very least retest this 397, 396, and then after that, we got some ways to fall. So we could definitely see some damage in the market there. But 3 red days in a row, market historically, it's about, 70% of the days are green. Don't let that cloud your judgment, but I do think as long as data is good, with this pin bar, I do think we'll have a green and hopefully a trend day tomorrow. That'd be awesome. As always, remember to trade smart, trade safe, and make sure to trade to live to trade another day. We'll leave that blooper in there.